I think it comes with age to realize what's really fulfill you. Just have to chase it as much as you can, because then with age come different obligations, and then there is not too much time to pursue your real dream.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Amazing Tennis Podcast. Your amazing co-host is back, Jose, and Emma's super excited as well for this episode. I'm super excited because our guest today is a friend of mine as well that I've met a little bit ago, and we're super excited to have JJ here. He's a tennis player for FAU, so the school that I attend. We met in the tennis court, so yeah, welcome, JJ. We're super excited to have you, man.
Thanks for having me. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, and Emma, if you want to.
Yeah, so we're gonna be sharing this microphone today because we only have two.
JJ forgot his microphone, so.
But
now we gotta use
you,
that
you throw me under the bus immediately.
I did forget my microphone.
Yes, and this one we're here at the FAU campus. It's really beautiful. It's my first time here.
This is my first time in this building as well. Oh.
Yes, so you can talk. It's a good thing. But yeah, thank you so much for taking your time and being here with us. This podcast is, like I mentioned earlier, is just, sharing your story, sharing your experience, and your story is pretty unique. It's a little bit different, so I'm excited to hear more about it. So tell us, you're from Czech Republic, correct?
Yes, I was born and raised in Prague, Czech Republic. I started playing tennis there. I always wanted to be a pro, but then when I finished my high school and I saw where my ranking was, I decided to go for the college path.
Okay. So you went to high school in Czech Republic?
Yes, I did my elementary and high school back in Czech Republic. Then when I graduated from high school, I went to Flagler College, which is in San Augustine, Florida, actually the oldest town in Florida. And I had amazing time over there, actually. We had an amazing group of friends. And then Corona happened. So the Trump at the time said he's going to cancel all the flights back to Europe. So I had a difficult situation to make, either to stay and maybe get stuck in America or come back to Europe. And I came back and everything was shut down, as you remember. And I completely actually stopped playing tennis, and I became financial broker. I was working on a stone mine, and then
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you? He said this yesterday. I was like,
Yeah,
were
yeah.
you mining the stone or were you working
No.
as a business? I was so confused.
It
He was like,
was-
I worked in a
yeah,
mine.
yeah.
So I was like, what?
I always get the question. I wasn't like mining the stone with my
Imagine-
bare hands. No, they have trucks for it, today.
Oh, but
so-
you were actually working on the mine. You
Yeah,
weren't
I
like
was-
doing
I
business
was-
for the company.
No, I was
Oh,
an
okay.
employee of the mine.
That's a cool fact.
You can hold it if you want to. Okay, keep going.
So yeah, then I realized it's not the life I actually wanted because it was Corona. So I had to find a way to get back to college. So for me, the way was to graduate from undergraduate program back in Prague, Czech Republic, and then I figured out I'm still eligible to play college, even though I'm gonna pursue a master's here. So I got super lucky. Because with the Corona years, which was 2020, we received one additional year to be
Yeah.
eligible.
Yeah.
So at the end, we have 5 years of eligibility.
Okay, so how did you go from there how did you get here? How did you decide to come here? And after, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's a
stuck at
complicated
mining.
story,
I'm
yeah.
stuck at the mining
Yeah.
part. You stopped playing tennis completely
For half a year.
for you didn't touch a racket, or you played a little bit?
I mean, maybe I hit with my ex-girlfriend back at the time,
Okay,
but that's it.
That's it.
you know,
So just for fun, you
Just for
didn't
fun.
practice
No.
anything.
Nothing.
Okay, then what?
So, yeah, then what there was a time when I was like working, living this lifestyle of financial broker, for example, and I realized this is not what I always dreamed about, So I had to kind of evaluate my whole life and said, okay, my dream was always to come to America and be a tennis player and then see where it goes, So I realized tennis is something that really like fulfill me since I was a kid. So I knew Ricardo, and I just texted him an email.
Who is Ricardo?
Ricardo is a head coach from FAU. I just
How did you
texted
know
him.
him?
Yeah. I knew him because as I was traveling around the world, I played one tournament here in Boca,
Okay.
and I got to meet Ricardo. Back at the time, it was 2018. He wasn't really interested in me, even though I actually had the best ranking at the time. He wasn't interested at all. And I just texted him a message if he can figure out if I'm still eligible to play college tennis. He figured out I have most likely 2 years, which end up to be true. And then when he told me he's gonna provide me a scholarship, I didn't even ask questions. I didn't even look for any other school. I just went straight with Ricardo.
So he wasn't interested back in a day, but then now he was.
Yeah, actually.
Was it the mining?
I don't know. Maybe
Feels like this guy's getting stronger by the second.
it's
Mining
strange.
rock out there.
I think because I'm still crazy on court a lot. I think he didn't have like enough faith in me when it comes to college tennis.
Like
I wasn't mature enough,
you were not mature enough in a day, but now
I
you
think
are.
that the tennis level was there,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't the right fit at the time.
Okay,
I feel like
I see. And so now, how long have you been here?
it's my second year right now. Yeah.
So your second year, meaning you're graduating next year, or
I'm graduating in May
May.
next year.
May next year? So you have another season to go.
I have my last
Nice.
college tennis season. Yeah,
And how did you? And you're 25, you said.
I'm gonna be 25 December 14th.
Oh, okay. So soon. Happy early
Soon.
birthday.
Wow.
So you're probably one of the oldest players. Or
I
no?
am. I feel like I haven't seen or haven't played against anyone younger than I am, older than I am.
Yeah.
And it makes sense,
Yeah.
Most of the guys are born like 2004 or 3,
Yes.
and they are freshmen.
Yes.
And I'm 99, so
Yeah.
I think they're also surprised when they see me.
You're
on
like,
the
what
other
is
side
this
of the
guy
court,
doing
like,
here?
"Whoa." Yeah, exactly.
How does that feel though? Like being one of the. Do you feel like it's an advantage, or like do you feel more mature, more experienced, or?
Yeah, when I'm on the court, I definitely feel like it's an advantage because I've been through certain situations more time than they have been. So I feel like it's an advantage. Also, yeah, it's an advantage. But then at the same time, like off the court, I feel like it has limitations because they are just living different lives. They still want to experience this college life, but I feel like I have lived this college life for too many years, and now I want to, chill out and focus on more important things,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you want to ask questions?
I do have a question.
Okay.
I hate this, by the way. Isn't it so like we're so used to like talking whenever, you know what I mean? That it's
Yeah,
like
but
so
it's
weird.
actually it's probably good because
We're,
it
yeah,
makes
we
you
don't
like
interrupt
a-
each other.
Yes.
Yeah, I look like a good person right now, a good boy. So one of the things, JJ, that I think is one very useful, like for aspiring college players, and one that I'm really interested in because I played college golf in Kaiser, and it's similar because I think the similarity comes in that it's an individual sport and you're playing a team sport with a college, right?
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit about the transition on how it is for obviously players that are going into college have only experienced individual play, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know, unless you play for a club, I guess, like for your country club, like maybe you have a team, but mainly you're playing UTRs, USTA tournaments on your own. So everything's about you. You know what I mean? Your training's about you. Your parents are with you. Everything relates to you. If you have a bad day, it affects your parents, but it mainly affects you. Like you, right? And then it kind of shifts completely, and you're talking about 18-year-olds, right? You said it like most of the players are very young. They're 2003, 2002. So how did that, like in your experience, and then like from what you've seen, how does that transition into a team environment? I have a follow-up, but I wanted to hear this first.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's difficult and it takes time because, as you said, I experienced being a pro for 2 years and organizing everything on my own, and then I came here, and I realized it's not about me as an individual at all.
Right.
So, it really you have to keep that in mind, and really sometimes you have to do stuff that are not personally just good for you, but they are good for the team. Like you gotta make more sacrifices when it comes to like tennis and also outside of the court. You know, you realize the team environment is more important than just you.
Right.
And that's so different because we are tennis players,
Of
so
course.
from out of nature we are more like selfish, I would
Right.
say. So this is a great life lesson, I think.
And I think, do you think that's a part that helps you mature faster as a player? The fact that you're kind of forced to see for the team, not only for yourself.
Definitely, because when you are like pro, you are your own boss.
Right.
I would compare it to.
Right.
But when you are playing for example, as I'm playing for FAU, you are more like employee over the team.
Right.
Let's say.
Right.
You know, you have your
Yeah.
own boss as a head coach.
Right.
You have your co-workers, and you are all working towards a common goal.
Correct.
So.
But at the same time, you also have to keep that edge, like, of your own, right? Like, caring about, like, trying to be the best, you know? Like, I feel like you have to have that team, but at the same time...
Everyone
Yeah.
has the same accountability.
Right,
Like if one guy lacks the effort at the practice, everyone starts to kind of,
Right.
you know, lose it and not focus 100% at the practice,
Right.
and then it kind of transfers into the match, for example.
I see.
So you really have to show up every day, not just for yourself, but also for the teammates.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have a follow-up question for that, but before I want to ask you one question that's related to this. How have you seen the difference between, you're a player that went to college, right? A lot of the tour players or like players that are going pro, you see the juniors that never went to the college or they're going straight to pro. So do you see a difference between players that did go to college like yourself and then the other ones that are just straight into pro in terms of maturity, how they compose themselves, those kind of things?
Yes, thank you.
Such a job interview. She's dressed like she's going for a job interview. And...
Yes, well, I need to put my blazer on.
Classy.
So by the way, it's Thanksgiving today, so
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanksgiving.
We need
What are we
to,
thankful for?
yes,
Being
yes.
100%.
Okay, so, I mean, I went to college a long time ago, right? I mean, I'm old. I'm way older than you guys here. But yeah, I know a lot of girls that went to college, and I know a lot of girls that didn't. And I can see a difference. I can definitely see a difference because the ones that have experienced the college path. Today's video is sponsored by Lucky in Love. Gone are the days of ladies' golf and tennis apparel that all look the same. Lucky in Love is ushering in a new age. The high-end women's apparel brings options fit for the modern, expressive woman. Partake in the ultimate luxury and shop Lucky in Love for your new favorite fashion items for women and use code EB20 to get 20% of your next purchase. I mean, I think there's not a big difference, but you can see the difference between the girls. The ones that have experienced the team environment, right? The ones that have matured more. You know, it's not just about the team environment, but you're so responsible for so many things, right? Like when you're in college, I mean, I had an accounting degree, like I was a team captain for 3 years. So like there was a lot of responsibility on me, right? Like I had to really lead the team, lead by example. I feel like I matured more, right? I don't know if that necessarily helped me like on the court as much, you know, like I don't know if I can see that or if I like just kept playing and kept focusing on tennis and not on all these other things. But I think as a person, it did help me a lot, if that makes sense. And I think a lot, you know, looking back and like, do you go to college or you don't go to college? I think that I don't know. I go back and forth between like saying one thing then the other thing. You know, when it comes to tennis, I feel like those are your best years. You know, when you're like healthy, fit, you know, but college gets so much out of you. You play so much. The coaches require so much from you. The season is tough. You're playing a lot, then you're studying a lot. You're doing a million things where if you just do tennis, then you just do tennis, right? And you're just focused on that. So when it comes to, I don't know, the difference, if I see it in players, yes, I see. They mature and they're way more mature as people, right? You see the ones, especially me now coming back, playing after so many years, and I still see some of the other ones that I've known from before. You see the difference between the ones that played,
Right.
because they're like, I don't know, they're more like closed-minded when it comes to like a lot of things, just life things. It's just tennis, tennis, tennis. It's all about themselves.
Can you spot that on court too? No?
You can also spot the emotional immaturity, I would say. You know? I mean, I'm talking about this where I had one of the most awful matches like 2 weeks ago when Jose watched me. But we all have ups and downs, and it's all part of the game. But I can see it. I can definitely see it. But I still don't know like what's better. Do you go to college or you don't go to college? I really think you should experience the college route, but I don't know. I don't know if it helps your tennis or hurts your tennis, but it helps you definitely as a person.
I mean, I think like everything in life, there's got to be pros and there's got to be cons. You know, as you said, like you do lose a lot of things because of the pressure and like stress from school and everything.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like that it's just hard to grow if everything's about yourself in anything. You know what I mean? Like it can be healthy to always like think that the world revolves around you. And I think being kind of as a really young person, which is 18 years old, be like forced to be like, no, dude, like this is not all about you. You know, there's other people you have to care about, and when you don't want to do things, sometimes you have to do them, and not only for you because there's bigger things on stock. But my follow-up, JJ, was more practical in terms of same thing, like team environment, going from everything about yourself to obviously there's certain pressures to also like the individual path, right? When you're playing juniors, you have your parents, you don't want to disappoint, you don't want to disappoint your coaches, etc. But what about like it's crazy the difference when you're actually on a team, the level of pressure, right? You have your teammates, especially when you're, I guess, your first year coming in. You have people that have been there before that are expecting to do well. They want to achieve the highest level. Same as your coach. Like there's a lot more. How did you handle the pressure? Did it affect you at the beginning when you were playing? How did you handle that pressure of a team environment?
So at the beginning, it's absolutely different pressure, as you said it. Also with the college rules, because you start with doubles and then you continue with singles without any warm up. So I remember you had to switch your mindset a little bit. Like I feel like because in doubles you have just one set with no one, and then singles, it's absolutely different game. You also gotta change your tactic and mindset. Also the coaches are running on the court. Then you have, for example, fans screaming at you because they want to interrupt you. So it's absolutely different environment, and I feel like the first 10 matches are so different compared to the pro tournaments.
Right.
That unless you experience it, you don't know what it feels like.
Yeah. And but what strategy do you feel you like when that pressure came, right? When it came to like an important match, an important point, and it was like relying on you, right? Like, you were that deciding match. How do you begin to handle that pressure, like mentally? I would say.
So I had the same, actually, when I'm on the court and I'm playing the important points, I have the same mindset like as I'm playing professional tournaments, to be honest. I'm just focused on the next point and trying to breathe in, exhale out, and just stay in the moment, stay locked in as long as possible.
Right.
And actually, that's how I was able to manage it. And I have to say, especially in a team sport, which is college tennis, it's so important if you can feel the energy from your teammates. I think you can relate that. Like when you are playing as a pro, you are there on your own. Maybe just your coach applause you for a while. But in college, I would say the energy of the team and the energy from your teammates can decide a lot of important moments.
I see.
It's the best feeling. Honestly, I miss that so much sometimes. It took me a while to get used to it. Like first year, I was like, oh, quiet. I'm like, why is everybody screaming like so much? Like, what's going on? But then like my last year, I was, oh my God, after every point, let's go Bears, here, Sikkim Bears. It's just like, I went to Baylor, so we're Baylor Bears. But now it's like traveling and playing again. It feels so lonely sometimes. Like I don't have a coach. I don't travel with a coach. So that's why the other day I had a tournament at book. I'm like, Jose, please come. And honestly, I don't think I would. It was 7-6 in the third that I won, right? I don't think that I would have won if he wasn't there. And I really mean it, not just because he's here, but like he was like talking to me, lifting me up. I had this like negative self-talk. Oh my God, I can't do it. You know, like I was up 6-1, 5-3, and then third set 7-6. You know, but it's so much better when you feel some kind of support. And you said you played 2 years on tour, or how?
2 years, let's say 2 years.
But
yeah.
when? Before college or when did you do that?
I did that between the periods of my freshman year and now before I enrolled as a master.
Okay. So, but like on and off, not 2 years in a row.
No, it was 2 years in a row. Before I played some futures tournaments before I became a freshman in Flagler College, but that was just like 5 tournaments. That wasn't
Okay.
anything big.
Okay. And do you ever see yourself going and playing again or no?
No,
No?
not really, because I feel like I ended my professional tennis chapter by coming to college as a, you know. I think it would be different if I was younger, and I was like playing juniors. I was good, and I wanted to take some time off. Went to college, realized I actually want to become pro, and then tried. But
Okay.
I'm already gonna be 25 in 1 month, and I know I want to transition my career into something else.
Do you know what? Like
Yes,
with your
yes.
what
As
are
I
you
was
doing?
financial broker, I'm really interested in finance, so
Okay.
I want to be in a consulting or investment banking.
Okay. Well, it's good that you know what you want to do. I I don't know. I'm 32 and I want to play again. So we'll see. I mean, I'm playing again. So let's see.
No, good
don't
for
know.
you. I think that's awesome. You still have the passion for it.
I do have the passion, but it's so tough. It's really tough. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Okay, I don't want this to be a conversation about that, but whatever. We're just following up. You know, playing on tour after so many years. You know, my last tournament was December 2016, and then I started playing again April 2024. And it's just like I was expecting too much of myself. I just thought that I was gonna continue where I left off. You know, I'll just keep going. I can do this, but I didn't really realize like how hard it is to start over from zero, literally from zero, right? Playing the 15Ks again, all the grind, all the traveling and everything. I knew I was gonna do it, but like I kind of forgot what it is, you know, in a different mindset now. Yeah, I'm more mature, but it's stuff. I know I don't have that much time left, and this is my final chance, you know, like this is it. So, but I don't know, maybe I can play till I'm 40 or something.
But what's the goal? Like, what's the desire you wanna
So,
reach?
great question. I want to, okay, this is a cheesy answer, but this is the number one answer is I want to reach my full potential in tennis, meaning like I want to say that I did everything on court, off court. I played my best tennis, and I don't know what ranking I did, but I know like I gave it all. I cannot play better than this. My best ranking in singles was 460 and 145 in doubles. I don't know if I can get there again, but my dream, so my goal is to play the best I can play, but my dream is to play at all 4 Grand Slams. If that is singles qualifying, if that is doubles, I don't know what it is, but I want to experience the thrill. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. That
Now
was
I
funny.
see what you mean.
That was funny. The thrill of playing 4 Grand Slams. And then I really think that I can win a Grand Slam in doubles. So that's my dream, and then I know I can do it. Singles has been tough. Doubles I've been doing good now playing. but I want to give myself at least another year to try singles, and then maybe eventually just transition into doubles. So we'll
And
see.
I feel like it's super interesting, like how things start to shift as you said, JJ, with maturity, and how goals, and this is super like I think insightful for people to hear, like players, how goals can shift into a more emotional goal and like how you feel than very straightforward like, oh, I want to reach this ranking. You know what I mean? Like for
Yeah.
Emma, I feel like she's a different part of her life right now in which she wants to feel that she's reaching her full potential. You see what I mean? Like it's not like this is the goal, right? Because that's I feel like when it becomes a little bit miserable sometimes for especially for younger kids, because like nothing matters unless like until you reach that goal, and it's so unhealthy because like you can. I read this on a book that's I thought it was incredible, and I try to apply to everyone in my life that you can go out there and play a match and win 6-0, 6-0. That doesn't mean you play great. You can play like terrible, right? The other person played worse, right? Like there's so many ways to win that I don't feel like it's more about feelings and like achievement than it is like a number. You know what I mean? I think that when you put so much pressure on a number, on like oh like right now for the marathon training, like oh I want to like run this number, right?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna like break my body apart, like is it really worth? Like I want to feel like I'm running the best I can. Like for me, it's a very mental thing. Like I hate running so much. I despise it. But it's like, dude, I want to run a marathon. Like I just want to check that off my bucket list that I run because it's so mental. Like it's a battle against myself. Like so it's not more about like oh I run a certain time. If I'm gonna be like if I don't achieve it, I'm like oh my god, all this for nothing. Like what kind of life is that? You know what I mean? And I feel like it applies the same in tennis.
And and we had a podcast recently, me and him, where he was asking me these questions, and it and I feel like since then I shifted my mindset a lot, where I had a lot of like result based goals, and it was like I want to reach this ranking by this, I want to reach but then I've been honestly like struggling mentally a lot, like going back into that like depression slump of like, oh well, I'm not achieving this, I'm losing. Even this last tournament that I just played, it was like the first match that I won. I felt so bad after. I won 7-6 in the third, but I felt so empty inside. I was like, is this really how I want to feel doing this? Like, why am I doing this ultimately? Like, this is the journey that I chose, the path. Like, why am I doing this when I'm feeling miserable? I don't want to feel like this. And I called him and he's like, hey, or like other people are like, well, a win is a win. Just take the win, be happy. I'm like, it's really not about that at the end of the day. The next day I lost in 3 sets. I called him and I was like, I felt really good. I changed my mindset in the morning. I went to the match. I felt good, but it's like, okay, I lost. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, I want to win, right? Like, you want to win. Like, I'm doing this to win, to play Grand Slams, to win. But I don't want to be at the Grand Slam. I don't want to hold that trophy and feel miserable, right? Like, you're feeling, I don't know. So I'm gonna, and he's a great friend, and we're very good friends, and like motivate each other, and he's like, Emma, I don't want to see you like this. Remember to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. It sounds so cheesy, but it's so true. Like, yes, we have some things that we're working on with ourselves, but at the end of the day, if you're not truly like enjoying it, it's also easier said than done, because tennis is such a brutal sport. You're losing every week. You are losing, and it's like, okay, you accept it. You have to accept it. But if you have, that's why now, like, I want to have different goals of like, what am I improving in? I was without a coach. I was doing it all by myself. I don't even know what I improved, what I didn't improve. Maybe I think I improved my forehand. Maybe I think this is a little bit better. One day is like this, one day is like that, but I don't have anybody that's guiding me. So now I decide this is my week off, and then next week I'm starting preseason. I'm going with this Spanish coach, Sergio, that I was with, and now I'm gonna let him help me, and I'm really gonna try, because I tried with Chris, but he's in Virginia, that didn't work. he's great. I mean, he's great, but yeah, anyways,
So
now we're talking about me. I'm
I'm
sorry.
just curious from your experience, what
Yeah.
was the mental shift that you were able to enjoy the match way more, even though you lost it and you didn't enjoy the one that you won? What was the mental shift like?
So that morning, it was, I swear, like something like happened in my head. I was kind of,
To have some conversation with someone inspired you. I'm just throwing ideas.
Just
out
giving
there.
hints.
I don't
it's
know.
it's not just you. I had a conversation also with somebody else.
Just you,
Sorry.
someone else too.
No, like I have a friend. I have a friend. She's in her 40s and she's been through so much. She's been sick a lot. She's such a fighter. She's such a fighter. And whenever I start feeling down, when I complain a little bit, she would look at me and be like, Emma, like just slap yourself in the face a little bit. Like, why are you feeling sorry for yourself? Like, go walk on the court. Like look at you, like have your presence there, like be confident, show that girl that you're there to play, you're there to win. A lot of times, like, I don't have that confidence in myself and I'm like, but maybe I can do it, but maybe I'm not. Well, if I'm already doing it, then like do it. So she's very like, she pushes me a lot and kind of like, I don't know. That morning, I didn't talk to her, but I had conversation with her before. So I'm like, I literally was like, and then I called my mom that morning too. And, she doesn't even know what to tell me anymore because it's like she's heard this so many times and she's seen me lose and cry or win and I don't feel good. She's like, I don't even know what to tell you anymore, I'm like, you know what? Don't tell me anything. Like, I don't need to feel sorry for myself. I don't need this. I don't need anybody to tell me, oh, Emma, you got this. No, like, you need to you are the only one that can help yourself at the end of the day. Yes, you have other people that are going to tell you, but at the end of the day, like, you need to with yourself decide, make a decision and stick to it. I'm very indecisive as a person. I like decide this, then I go a little bit here, then I go, oh, maybe I should have done this. I made a decision that morning that I'm going to walk on the court. My attitude is going to be great. I'm going to fight for every point. I'm going to enjoy it because I love tennis, and that's why I'm doing it. I love to fight. I love to compete. And whatever happens, happens, right? Really. Like, and I really meant it. Sometimes we say it, but then we go and it's the bottom line is I made a decision how I'm going to act, and that was it. I didn't want to take anything, and I felt great. I walked off the match. Yeah, I was pissed that I lost. I hate losing. I'm so competitive, but I stick to what I said I was gonna do, and that's it. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, this is so like interesting for me to hear it from your perspective too, because it just proves that the mental side of tennis is way more important than the statistical side or like tactical side.
Yes.
So it's yeah, I feel like with tennis it's almost like fake it till you make it. You gotta wake up and decide, okay, today is my day, I am the boss,
Yes.
like I am the best, I'm the king, I'm gonna
Yes.
show up and be the best version of myself. I'm gonna like focus on every point and like be the best.
Yes.
Right? And even though you lose, you have such a great feeling
Yes.
from yourself,
Yes.
which is such a life lesson for everything.
It's so, but the match before I focused only on winning
Exactly.
because on paper I should have won against that girl.
And that's good. That's what I like actually. Or Nadal said it like, I can lose on the court, but I cannot lose mentally. And I feel like this is crazy thing. Like he said, I have never lost mentally. Like he was always in the match mentally, but maybe he lost it like on a tennis court. Like he was the worst player at the court, but he has never lost mentally. Like he has never lost it. He never showed any negative emotion. He never like lost it. And I feel like this is also, this just proves the point. Like tennis is more mental than anything.
Yeah, totally. And we
So
talk about this. We talk about the
talk
mental
about
part
this a
so
lot,
much
yeah.
because it's really so big. It's huge. It's massive.
big.
Like it's like all the work that you do because there's so much resources for the technical part. But you can go to an academy. You have so many coaches. There's so many tools out there, and like, but it doesn't really mean much if you can't back it up with a strong mind. You know what I mean? And I think going back to what Emma said, some of it is a lot on our own, 100%. Like it's work that you have to do on your own, on like on your alone time, right? Like sit down and be like, okay, what's going right? What's not going so right? What am I afraid of? Where's the breaking point right now, right? And then you definitely need people like this woman that we talked about, right? We talked about her and like people that kind of like slap you in the back and put everything in perspective. Because it's so easy, especially in individual sports, to get inside our heads, and then you start losing perspective of everything. Like tennis becomes, you lose a match and it's like the world is crumbling down. It's like you're not, in the best possible way I say this, you're not that important. You know what I mean?
It's
And
true.
tennis is not that big of a deal. Like,
It's not the
you know what I
one
mean? And
person.
then you realize what you have. Like you're playing tennis on a
Yeah.
daily basis. Like, is this ridiculous? You know what I mean? Like you have to get slapped by someone because
But
otherwise,
it's,
You really
but it's
do.
hilarious because I feel like every tennis player had a breakdown when they
100%.
lost. Every, even
100%.
even me, it's
I
crazy
mean,
100%.
stories.
you see
Like
Federer crying, you
Yeah.
know, like
and it's like it's
I still remember I was a ball boy back in Prague, Czech Republic, and I saw Dimitrov for the first time. He was upcoming youngster. He was number one in juniors, and he lost against a really bad guy. And right in front of me, he broke like 4 rackets
Wow.
right in the locker room,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wow, this is the sport I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
yeah,
good
yeah,
at. Like this is
Yeah.
what they got, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, totally. But it's not about like, oh, how I'm so ungrateful and like feel guilty. You know, like it's not about that because everybody has those moments, you know. But you definitely need people that kind of push you in the right direction and be like, dude, you have a fantastic life. You're incredibly lucky. Like so many people would, and it sounds also cheesy, but it's true. So many people would kill. I would kill to like have them as well, like journey. You know what I mean? Because I grew up playing golf. I don't think it was the sport for me. I was super competitive, so I just wanted to play college sports and get a scholarship. I was good at it, but I never enjoyed it as much. I started playing tennis, and I'm like obsessed with the sport. I'm obsessed. So like, there's always people that want what you have. You know what I mean? So if you're really, and then you can go down that hole and like how grateful you are to actually be playing a
Yes.
sport for a living.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. So having those people, kind of that,
Yeah.
as we were talking about this, like surrounding yourself with people that really push you up in the best way, positive, and then it's not gonna be nice all the time. There's gonna be people that tell you,
Yeah.
dude, you're losing it right now. Like you're saying very negative stuff. Like this is not the right. I told him like this is not you. Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean like it's you owe it one to the people around you, and you owe it to yourself. I think you know like
yeah.
she's sacrificed so much time with her kids. Like there's so much going into this money. It's such a like disrespect, I think, to yourself
Yeah.
to then go out there and then behave like a child or like be like, oh my god, I suck and I'm not gonna do it. Like as you said, I've never heard this quote, but I think it's so powerful and people can get so much of it. Of like you never like your wins are inside, right?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
it's you against you. You know what I mean? So I have a really random question. I really gotta get it out. How do you stop the leaves from coming into the straw? Like I've always
That
wondered
is
this. You know what I mean?
That is a
How do you not
filter.
drink the leaves?
That is
Okay,
a
so
filter.
can you explain
Oh.
can you
So-
explain to the audience what you're
So
drinking?
he's drinking mate. Yeah,
so,
we have
so this is mate. It comes from Latin America, and I had a lot of Argentinians friends of mine, and for them it's like a religion.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's a
crazy.
huge tradition. They drink it with their peers, and it's and I liked it. I like the taste. It keeps me energized.
Nice.
It's a great tradition to have.
It looks fancy, no?
Mm,
It
it
looks
is
like
fancy.
different. Like
I don't know if it looks fancy.
I feel like it looks cool, like me walking around.
I
with a
like it.
mate.
I actually like the
does.
aesthetic of it too.
I like
Right?
it.
Yeah, I like the
This is
I
a little
like it
different.
too, yeah. Do you see a lot of people on campus walking around?
I have
with
2
it?
Argentinians in my team, and they drink it every morning and then after lunch. So, you know,
And
it's a
also you
huge
don't
thing.
drink- you don't drink coffee, just this?
I drink coffee too. I'm addicted.
I love coffee. I like thinking that. Oh, I wish I had coffee. Well, oh yeah, I need this. And I don't know how it's in Czech, but in Bosnia, like now my parents are visiting, they have so many coffees a day. I feel like it's always like, hey, let's sit down and have coffee. Everything is coffee, 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 right? They have coffee at 7 p.m. after, or all the time, and it does not for the caffeine part, just for the taste, right?
Absolutely.
And I don't know, sometimes I felt bad of like drinking too much coffee. Oh my God, it's bad for you. But like, I've been listening to like more research that it's good for you. So, so keep drinking
Just
coffee.
telling yourself that it's amazing
Yes,
for you.
I'm picking the ones
right
that I
content,
like.
100%, yeah.
Yes.
No,
I
like
know.
caffeine has no negative effects on the body. Just you cannot like exaggerate it.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
Yes.
That's it.
I agree.
Like the energy drinks, like packed energy drink, like the common. I think that can be good caffeine. Like I don't think
Like
that's good
Red
for
Bull?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
That's
too much. That's
awful.
like a peak,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But that is a sugar inside
That's
a lot
true.
It's a
and
lot
different
sugar.
chemicals.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm drinking right now Energy Fizz.
Do you have
Okay.
another packet? I was gonna ask you because I need one badly.
I probably do. So
I'll take one before.
okay. So Energy Fizz is a company. You can see now it says Bon, but it's Arbonne, and I've been using it now for 2-3 years. It's something like that. It's caffeine, but it's it doesn't like give you like jitters. Like Celsius, for example, gives me jitters. It's too much caffeine, and it's like or Red Bull or something like that. This just keeps me like going throughout the day. You know, like I do have my coffee in the morning. This I have like midday, and then maybe another coffee, because this just like keeps me energized and going because my days are so busy. I mean, you guys as well. We all have such busy lifestyles, but like I need to have energy throughout the day. You know, like I need to train. I need to be with my kids. I need to teach and podcast, social media, like a million things. And if I don't have the energy, this keeps me just good and stable. Like I don't have the crashes or I'm like dying, you know. So anyways, I'm gonna
Shout out.
post not shout out, but I'm gonna post the link in the description for you guys to check out the Energy Fizz, and it's healthy. Like it's all from like the natural ingredients. I don't like putting like bad stuff
I have
in
a
my
tip.
body.
I have a health tip.
Health tip by Jose Camacho.
This is according to my mom, and
Oh,
my mom
okay.
is a genius, so I
Oh.
trust her. So I've heard that like you can't realistically get all the nutrients you need from food unless you eat like ridiculous amounts of certain things. You know what I mean? Like I've heard this about greens. Like for you to get enough minerals that you get from the greens that you eat, you need to eat like 4 pounds of spinach. Like it's something crazy. You can't really eat enough. So like if you do research and like the vitamins or minerals you need, you eat them like as a supplement, like that or like pills. I drink like chlorella pills. They're like green pills. They taste like grass, but you drink them one day. You drink like 12 a day, and they give you, and then you don't.
12 a day?
Yes, they're tiny. You eat a lot of them.
Oh.
It's literally like compressed. Imagine like compressed spinach.
Yeah,
So
I
they're-
know.
they're
I
super good
drink
for you.
from Arbonne.
I used
drink
to
the
I used to
greens.
drink it too.
Like you have
Oh,
to
the same.
supplements are good. I think you know. There's a lot of people
Yeah,
that
I
kind of have
agree.
those like no all natural like all food and everything, but it's
You
really hard to,
cannot get
especially at
enough.
this like if you're
No.
like, pushing your body. If you're
Yes.
pushing your body,
There's no way.
There's no way,
Do
right?
you guys, what supplements do you take? Let's talk about.
I
do you
take
supplement?
collagen right now because of the marathon running. Like my knees
Do you
need
take
collagen.
creatine?
No, but I've heard that's great for older women.
For older women?
I've heard it's great. No. I'm just kidding.
Why
I
did
was
you
kidding.
point it out? Like,
I'm kidding. But I heard
Because
that.
I'm 10 years older than
No,
him,
I've
but I
heard
don't
I've heard
feel
it's great
like
for
it.
everyone. But I personally looked at it into because of my mom because she has some problem with her shoulder, and I've heard creatine is really good for women above 60 as well. I don't know. That's my experience.
it's really creatine is great for recovery.
Okay.
You know, because it fills your muscles with water.
Oh.
So
And it's for energy. More research is done on it that before it was like, to build muscle. But like now it's like, I don't know, it's like for brain health, it's good. They recommend taking 5 milligrams
Was it a pill?
every day. No, I take it in the powder form.
Okay.
5 milligrams every day, like everybody should take it. If you're playing sports, if you're not, apparently everybody should be taking it. That's what I've heard, and I've been taking it now for a while. It's been almost like a year now. I take it every day. I put 5 milligrams. Like if I put it in electrolyte water today, you don't even feel it because there's no taste. It's really good for you. It's like one thing I take for sure every day.
Right.
I take collagen. I
do you
take
feel
collagen.
different?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I feel good. Like no, I've been feeling like healthier. I've been feeling stronger too. I feel like I have more energy in my workouts too, and just in general.
Do you
So
ever feel like
I have more muscle.
overwhelmed? You do actually. Like I've seen difference. You used to be a lot skinnier, I think, when you started.
Yeah, I don't like that I'm this big now. I need to lose weight again. Anyways, we'll talk about that next time. Yes. Okay, can we go back
Wait,
to like?
one more thing.
Okay.
Do you guys ever feel like overwhelmed by so much information about like
Yes.
health stuff? It's
Yes.
like you can see an Instagram reel about like something being terrible for you, and then the next video is like this
That's
thing is
great
gonna
for
save
you.
your life.
Mhm.
It's I feel like that's tough
I think
nowadays.
you just have to find what works for you. No?
Yeah, I would like how you feel. No, I think that's more important for sure.
Absolutely. And
For
what
sure.
you are used to also,
Yeah.
what's kind of in your
100%.
culture.
Yeah. Are you guys meat eaters?
Yes.
You too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like lately, I actually tried a lot of different diets,
Uh-huh.
and it's interesting. Like for everyone, something else works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Are you
I eat
on any
meat.
diet?
I eat meat. My
Yeah.
brother's vegan for 10, 11 years now. But the thing is, like, there's players like Djokovic
But do you
that is
eat
he's
carbs?
vegan and he's carbs.
Yeah.
A lot of carbs.
Yeah.
A lot of carbs.
No, because
Yeah.
there are certain like diets where you just eat like proteins and just
Oh, I don't think.
avocado, like
that's
a
not for me.
natural
Yeah.
proteins, and you actually get lean out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like just going too much on one thing, like I only like those people that literally only eat meat. They don't eat anything else. Like they don't eat a single vegetable. That can't be good for you either. I don't think. I think that's too much.
They eat.
You
No,
have
it's
to have a
like what's
balance.
popular now. It's meat and fruit. They say meat and fruit.
That's it.
Yeah, no
Mhm.
vegetables.
I actually have an Argentinian friend, and he did that for half a year, and he has lost like 20 pounds.
But I wonder, like, I don't think it's
But
all
does he
about losing
feel-
weight though.
yeah.
Yeah.
He felt so good,
Really?
and he
Yeah.
actually woke up, and I have never seen him more focused. and
No way.
energized.
I think if you cut out like processed foods,
Big time.
like
But he cut out carbs too, like no
yeah,
pasta,
carbs,
no rice,
exactly, yeah.
no
Yes.
potatoes.
But see, for like right now, for like I've heard listen to podcasts for like running, and they say like when you're preparing for a marathon, it's like carbs have to be like the number one thing. So it's like so much. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's different because carbs are also good for recovery. I have tried this diet, and then
Which one?
the diet was just eating just meat
no
and
carbs,
natural protein
okay,
like
okay.
avocado, and I was on this diet. What?
Nothing.
What's nothing about
It was avocado. But
what's
I looked at her and she was laughing.
So for 10 years, for 10 days, I was on this diet, and then it was super humid. It was August in Florida, and I was getting crumbs all over my body. And then
Okay.
I was talking with a guy who specialized on diets, and he asked me, what do I eat? And he said, if I don't eat carbs, my
Ah.
muscles, my muscles just need carbs as a tennis player for a recovery.
Yes. That's why like it's important which area of your life you're in, right?
Yes.
When I wasn't playing before, like my diet was so different. Like, and I was running a little bit, doing Pilates a little bit, like, and I was very skinny, right? Like I was drinking my shakes, my salads, like whatever. Now I'm eating so much more. First of all, I'm more hungry because my body needs the energy to train so much during the day and to recover. So it's important when you eat carbs, when you eat protein, it's not just about how much, but it's also when, right? Like if you have tournaments, if you have matches, if you're just training. So I think it just depends on which part of your life you are in, right?
Also, like when I was 5 years younger, I could eat whatever, like trash, and I didn't gain any weight.
Same.
But the older you are, you actually
Yes.
are more picky, and you know what works for you.
Exactly.
100%.
Today's video is sponsored by Lucky in Love. Gone are the days of ladies' golf and tennis apparel that all look the same. Lucky in Love is ushering in a new age. The high-end women's apparel brings options fit for the modern, expressive woman. Partake in the ultimate luxury and shop Lucky in Love for your new favorite fashion items for women and use code EB20 to get 20% of your next purchase.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do a quick rapid fire segment. You both are gonna answer. Okay.
So
Somewhere
like we
around
answer at the same time?
there. No, like you guys can go one and one. Ladies first. So you go. Emma answers. JJ answers.
Okay.
We all are gonna answer the same question.
Yes.
Oh, it's the same question.
Rapid fire, Emma. Crazy how it works. It means rapid. It means quick. So no book explanations. Okay, quickly. Ready?
I don't like these. Okay.
Okay. Go to trick shot in a tennis court.
Drop shot?
Yeah. JJ.
Drop shot.
Drop shot as well? I was expecting like a tweener or something.
Is that a trick shot though? Is drop shot a trick shot? I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
Backhand smash.
That's a good one. That's a good
Federer
one.
style.
We're gonna do one everyday life, one tennis. Okay.
Okay.
What's your guilty pleasure snack? Your
That's a quick one.
Ding, 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 ding,
Is snack like sweet or savory?
See what I mean?
That's not a rapid answer, huh? You were looking for.
Sweet.
Sweet. Anything dark chocolate covered, anything.
Dark chocolate? You
It
like
has-
milk chocolate?
Lately, I like dark chocolate more. So like
Healthier for
anything
sure.
dark chocolate covered, anything.
Like almonds, stuff like that.
Almonds, cranberries, like those
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
anything
Got it.
with
What
dark
about salty?
chocolate. Oh, you know which ones? That sweet and salty popcorn. You know which one I'm
Oh,
talking
those
about?
are fire.
Yes.
I know
Like,
exactly what you're
I
talking.
get the big
Those
bag
are
from
so good.
Costco, right?
Yeah.
Big bag from Costco, and I hate when I get that, but when I see it, it's just so hard not to get it. I'm like, I'll have just a little bit, but once I start eating,
That's a problem.
yeah, so sweet and salty popcorn.
JJ,
Mm-hmm.
same question.
So for me, guilty pleasure is ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was the next question?
Salty, like salty, guilty pleasure.
Salty guilty pleasure. Oh my God. I have none.
You have more a sweet guy?
Chips? No chips?
No, I don't eat chips. Never. I hate chips.
Really?
Mm.
Pretzels?
I hate salt.
Really?
I don't know. I don't
Oh
put
my
salt
God, I
on.
love like all that. I love chips, pretzels, popcorn. But I pick healthy versions, so I'll buy like healthier ones, so I don't feel as guilty
Yeah.
about it.
Healthy feeding popcorn.
All right. Do you grunt when you hit the ball?
Yes.
You're a very loud player.
Cool.
You are.
Rapid. Go next.
JJ?
I grunt when I'm tense.
Oh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the opposite. I grunt when I'm super loose. Like grunting is like.
No.
Really?
People who know me, they know when I grunt, I'm actually under a lot of stress.
Actually?
That's
See,
what-
that's
You know.
so interesting.
You know,
And when you're playing like so loose, you're quiet.
I'm just breathing out loud, but I'm not grunting.
Wow.
Interesting.
How do you feel about that? Like, how do you grunt more
I grunt
all the time?
all the time.
24/7, 365, never stop.
Like even in a warm up.
Drinking it. Yeah. Putting right.
I don't know. I feel good like breathing out loud. Like.
But
I
it's so
just
funny.
it's
Most of the
really-
time, it's actually women are the one who grunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
yeah.
is that?
There's some guys that grunt a lot though, on tour though.
Yes, but
It's more common girls.
it's
I
more
think.
common
Yeah.
with girls.
I don't know. It just feels. It's a relief. I don't know. I'm not holding inside
Yeah.
everything. I don't think about it. I just do it. I don't think about it. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just natural to them, I guess.
Yeah.
Describe your perfect day off.
Perfect day off.
Like maybe 3 activities. Like how does it look?
3 activities. Go to a nice lunch or breakfast spot, beach walk, sauna and cold plunge and jacuzzi, massage, movie, and movie with the sweet and salty popcorn.
Okay, that was 10 things, but that was like pretty
I
fire
don't
day. JJ, perfect day off.
So 3 things for me.
Yeah.
Definitely be close to the water. Go to the water, either lake
Like
or
beach.
beach. Go to the beach. Then I love to play paddle. So paddle with my
That's
friends.
not a day off though.
Dude, it 100% is.
I was looking.
Oh, it's
for,
the best
I was
relief.
looking for
No, but it's day off from
activities-
tennis.
Okay.
This is
Okay, then I
this
will
is
add
my day
paddle
off.
to-
This is
Oh,
my day,
okay,
not
okay,
yours.
sure.
You know?
What?
Are you good at paddle? Are you play?
I'm going tomorrow
fun.
and Saturday. I'm playing this
It's so fun.
paddle tournament tomorrow. Yes.
Where is that? In
In
West
Palm
Palm.
Beach.
Yeah,
They're
there is
building-
a new
Wait,
facility.
Oh, it's new.
Yeah, there is a new
It's called
facility.
Paddle Club.
They opened like 2 weeks ago.
Dude, it's growing a lot. It's growing quick. I used to play with my friends every Saturday. Like it's so fun. But then it was in Boynton, and they made it private because there was like so many people started to go.
What's the
They
name?
started charging so much. I forget the name. I gotta tell you, it's like a big warehouse. They have squash, racquetball, and they have like a whole gym and everything. But I have one paddle court. It's always booked. Yeah.
Yeah, this club is gonna be really nice. Okay, sorry. He has one more thing.
One more
He
thing.
did two- no, he did two
You said
things.
paddle, beach,
Or
Paddle,
water.
beach,
water.
and
Yeah.
I am a huge foodie, really good food.
Really?
Like a good.
Cook it or just go eat out?
Let's say pasta frutti di mare.
But would you cook it or would you go and
Yeah.
eat it?
Go out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely, and watch nice sunset with the dinner.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, last one. I'm gonna go back. It's also gonna be a random one. Actually, no. Tennis one. Two more questions. Clay, grass, or hard court?
Clay. Red.
Red clay.
Clay,
Red clay.
red clay,
Red
definitely.
clay.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Would you rather run a marathon or go skydiving?
This is
Rapid.
skydiving.
Really?
You're afraid of
heights.
I did skydiving and I ran
Really?
half marathon. Yeah.
When did you skydive? You like it?
Yeah. It was such an experience. So much better than
Where-
running
where was
half
it?
marathon. I did it in Turkey.
That's cool. I did it once and my mother broke her leg.
Oh God.
Terrible experience. New Zealand, so it ruined the trip forever.
Lovely.
It was terrible.
Lovely.
It was a great experience though. It was cool. Have you ever skydived?
I did paraglide. It's like
Yeah,
a
I know which
different-
one you're talking about. It's
You have to like run from the
yeah,
cliff
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then you fly. So
Yeah.
it's different adrenaline because with skydive you just jump off
Oh
the
yes,
airplane.
that's what I did too. I did this.
And paragliding you are like on the top
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
mountain and you have to get the
Yes,
speed
yes.
and just
Do you have
jump
an-
out of a cliff.
Yes.
Do you have an
yes,
engine or just you?
No, there is an instructor behind you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did that too. I did that too, but I thought it was the same thing.
No,
No.
skydiving you literally jump off a plane.
Yes,
jump
true.
out
I
of
did
a
it. I don't know. Did I do that?
Preferably you
Probably
didn't if you
I
did.
would remember if I did. I don't think I
Okay,
did.
but to answer your question, I would rather run marathon because it scares me more. Because
Really?
you have to like push yourself mentally. With
Yeah.
skydive, there is just like 5 second decision where
Yeah, yeah.
you know have to kind of push
Yeah.
yourself mentally.
Yeah, and it's done.
to-
It's
and it's
over.
done.
Yeah.
Then you just enjoy.
There's no choice. Like when you
but,
jump, it's like
but when you run marathon, you are finding yourself for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
there's something about running. Like I hate it, dude. It's so. It's
Same.
just not so. It's not fun. Like
Yeah.
it gets fun at some point, but it's not fun.
No,
Like
no, no, no,
especially
no.
if you're a tennis player, like play fun. It's not fun. But there's something
Mentally,
about it.
yes.
Like there's something
It's
about it.
challenging yourself.
But what you say, playing a tennis match is fun.
That when you're playing good, it's incredibly fun.
No.
When you're
no.
when you're feeling it, it's like the best feeling on the planet.
Yeah, but when do you feel like that?
When you feel like you're
Once
confident
in a
and you're.
while.
I know, but like.
I feel like you can really relate it to marathon.
Yes.
Because you're struggling all the
Yes,
time.
yes.
Even though you win a point or
Yeah.
lose a point, you know you have
Yeah.
to win the next one.
But I think it's a
You're in
different.
your
And
head.
yes, and until the last point is finished, you are in constant trouble.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a different type of pushing yourself, though. Like I feel
Of course.
like for me, college ball was super tough because the mental, like you have so much time to think. There's so much pressure on like a 3-foot putt. Everybody's watching, like you know what I mean, those things. So it's really hard. It's stressful, but mentally, you know, this is just like beating your body, and you're like you want to stop so badly. You feel like you're gonna die,
Oh my god.
and you can't. Like today, in the long run, I literally thought I was gonna die. Like I feel like I want to puke. My knees, like your. This is kind of gross, but like my bladder system started like in so much pain. Like it ruins everything. Like your
So
stomach,
true.
like
It's
your
so true.
like reproductive organs, they start like you feel them, they're burning, dude. There's so much like it's horrible. But there's something about when you just finish and it's like frick.
I definitely want to run a marathon. I ran 2 or 3 half marathons.
I thought you ran one only.
3.
That's crazy.
But the thing is, and I signed up for the New York Marathon in 2023,
Okay.
and no. Yes, yes.
You began
I
playing.
decided to go pro in tennis, and I stopped. I was like, I'm not gonna train for both. That's stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
When I'm done with my tennis career, I'm definitely doing a marathon because, like you said, I want to check it out. But I heard that anybody can run a half marathon, but not everybody can run a full marathon.
I mean, everybody can run it. It also depends on the time. Like
No, not just that. Like, you can do it without like training, right? I still trained every time, but for marathon you really have to train. It's just I remember even running half marathon. Like, it's just mentally, it's brutal. I mean, on the day off you have a different adrenaline. You have all these people around you, and I'm like, I'm gonna pace myself. You know, I plan the pace and everything. But you know, I'm like always competing. I see this person is going in front of me. I'm like going. But marathon is brutal. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna do great.
I
I'm
think-
gonna go to support him. You should come in with me and we can cheer him
Yeah,
on.
but what I like about marathons that it says something about the significant other. Like when you tell me you were able to finish marathon, it tells a
Oh,
lot
that's
about the
interesting. Like your
person.
character. That's interesting.
Like you are able to like sacrifice the pain to achieve
I see.
something.
That's
Which is-
interesting. Yeah, I feel like
This is how I see it.
for me, it becomes a point in which when you run a certain distance, like it kind of brings the best and worst out of yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's like sitting down with yourself and like your inner thoughts and like at the most extreme point. Like there's a point in which my mind is literally my worst enemy. They're like, dude, you gotta stop. Like you have to stop now. You just gotta keep going. Like I don't know. There's something about like. For me, I'm so passionate about mental stuff. Like we talk about this so much in the podcast. All the books I read is like self-development, like mind. It just fascinates me.
So
you know?
powerful.
So powerful, and it fascinates me what people, and I see like so much potential. Like here in America, I've seen a lot. I have the sustainability club, and I see so many people that have so much potential and ideas and stuff. But like we're all so like a lot of times limited by our minds. You know what I mean? Because we don't think that we're good enough. Because we kind of like settle for less. You know what I mean? So I feel. And then when that's what I was talking to Emma the other day. Is like when you surround yourself with people that have the same mindset and they just want to be better. Like
Yes.
this is incredible. Like this is incredible. People that like three of us, we care about our health. We're always like you have to be I guess a psychopath to like do certain things sometimes. You know that are hard and everything. But it just gives you a sense of like I'm here for something greater and I want to do something with my life. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense.
No,
But-
that makes complete sense, and you have to take risks too. There are a lot of people that don't. You know, it's just so easy to settle, and I'm guilty of it myself. You know, I settle for one life, but then like you're not fulfilled. I mean, it just depends how you are as a person. A lot of people can live like that. A lot of people can just settle and go to their job, do the job, go home. You know, like do the routine. That doesn't fulfill me. And it's I know you as I don't know you that well. I mean, I don't know you at all, but like we're very similar. Like we're like constantly like looking to improve ourselves, like to set some goals, to do different things, right? To see what we can do. But it comes with taking risks. What I'm doing now, it's like leaving the job that I had, like everything, making good money, doing everything to do something I really want to do, but so uncomfortable. And it's taking a risk, financial, in every aspect of my life, right? But if I don't do it now, I know I'll regret it later, So, but we like surround yourself with people that have the same mindset, that they're gonna push you. Like your circle of people and friends becomes so much smaller once you're really focused on the things that you want to do, because a lot of other people are gonna like judge or be like, why are you doing this, don't do this, but like surround yourself with the ones that have the same mindset, and it's gonna be less, but it's honestly so much better. And I can speak by this because I'm so much older than you guys. I'm an old woman. I need creatine. But I think that's important, and building yourself as a person, growing as a person. I don't think there's anything better than that, because then you can be the best version of yourself. I have kids, right? To my kids, to to my parents, to my future partner. I don't know. Like you want to be the best version that you can be. For yourself, but then immediately to people around you. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I know we're coming to the end of the podcast. But JJ, I don't know if you want to add anything else, man. This has been like a actually fantastic conversation.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad like to be here. To me it's like same-minded people, because there are not too many people like we are.
Yeah.
To be completely honest. And I think it comes with age to realize what's really fulfill you,
Yes.
and you just have to chase it as much as you can, because
Yes.
then with age come different obligations, and then there is not too much time to pursue your real dreams. So
100%.
Sure.
to whoever is watching, I think it's important to realize the dream that you have is the one you should pursue, and not
Yes.
settle for less than you deserve.
100%. And I would like to close always, man, about like saying something that I've seen about you. You know what I mean? Like I think something that really stood out, and I mean I think we're gonna have to have another podcast in the future, because we don't have, we run out of time. About we can stay here for 2 hours more talking about different things, but something that really stood out for me is that you're a very down to earth guy. You know what I mean, and it's just something that you can feel and see immediately. You know what I mean, like you stood out, and I don't know a lot of the players in the FAU. I'm sure they're great guys, but there's something about people that are just very grounded and are just willing to grow and learn. You know what I mean? That are very open minded. You know what I mean? Like you don't feel like you're there. I feel like in college that happens a lot. Players feel like, oh my god, I'm the king of the world because I'm number one on the team or whatever they are. I don't know. And you really limit yourself when you stop learning and feel like you know it all or you're better than other people. You know what I mean? Like I've had incredible experiences, I think, through the sustainability club with meeting people that like they're very shy and like they won't talk a lot and everything. But like once you have the willingness to be like, hey, maybe everybody has something interesting to say. Everyone does. You know what I mean? And then you start talking to them and they're incredible people. You know what I mean? And then you build a friendship that maybe turns into a relationship that you use in the past and in the future for either for business or for your personal life, where you becomes a really good friend. Like you have to be open minded and open to grow at all times, because otherwise your life becomes really really narrow, I think. And then I think I would love to hear more about next time about your story with social media, because I think that's one of the things that I told Emma. Perfect, because I that for me was one of the things that really stood about it. When I saw one video that you posted, I don't remember exactly. I think it was on Instagram for sure, and it was like how your mission through social media was to like make tennis more accessible for people that play at a more recreational level, and for someone in the college level that's pretty young to be doing this, I thought it was incredible. So yeah.
Tell us. I'm interested about like. So what was your, or what is your goal? By the way, we're gonna add your social media handle so everybody follow him. But how did you start, and what's your goal, or was your goal? I don't know if you're still pursuing it. Tell us more.
I'm still pursuing it, but I got stuck a little bit as I'm looking for jobs to be able to stay in America. So that stopped me. But the goal of the social media was, as you said, to make tennis more accessible for people who think it's inaccessible. Because I still feel like there is a cliche about tennis that it's just for chosen people who just have money and who can actually, who are rich and who can afford to play the tennis. Exactly. And when I came here to America, I realized, of course, you still gotta invest a lot, but you can start with not too much. You don't need to have a personal coach. You don't need to have new balls, the best racket on the market, because here there are everywhere like a public courts.
Yeah.
You can buy some used racket. You can collect balls and like start playing just against the wall. And you find partners, and you actually can become a decent tennis player even though you don't have the finance at the beginning. Yeah, and that's what I was trying to. That was the goal of my personal brand, and I still wanna try to make it happen. I think it's a great thing, because today with the influence of social media and internet, people can learn just out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You can learn by watching my YouTube videos.
Yeah, just listening to podcasts like this and listening to watching highlights and everything. Everything is there actually.
Yes,
Even
so
me, and I am
accessible.
in tennis for 16 years.
Yeah.
I'm still learning from social media,
yeah.
and sometimes I'm surprised how much I learn just by watching something on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean you can learn so much, but you also have to be careful and
100%.
and know what you're listening to and who you're listening to, because now there's too much information, with everything. But it's how do you know? I guess it's just by experience and seeing what works for you.
Yeah, I feel like being able to filter out what you really register in your mind from what you see in social media should be a skill that should be even taught in schools.
Yes,
to this day,
nowadays.
It's
yes.
what this should be what we're teaching kids. How to see what's true, see how to not be led by misleading information.
Exactly,
I think that's something that's super important. Yeah.
Okay, I have Thanksgiving lunch I need to make.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yes. Okay. No, I was gonna do that. You go first.
Wait, okay. I think JJ, you say it first.
So what am I grateful for?
Yes.
I'm
Not
grateful.
one thing. You can pick
Because
as
of your
many
view,
things
yeah.
as you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. So I'm grateful for this opportunity to be here in Florida, Boca Raton, because it's a beautiful place, and I'm grateful for the people I have met here and the connections that will hopefully, stay for the longer period of time. Yeah.
Well, I'm also very grateful to, and I mean, I could say life, or like if you believe in God, I believe in God, of the opportunities that God brings when you have a clear path. And then, like, for me, one of the biggest things is the people that He puts on my journey. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I really want people that like drive me to be better. I can have these conversation with, and the fact that kind of things happen for you, and you meet someone, right, and then it kind of works out to do a podcast, and you get an opportunity in a place that you really wanted to work on, or like just how when you trust and when you have confidence and you do the right things and be a good person, how everything works out. But yeah, I'm super thankful for my family, for health, and my beautiful girlfriend that's next door.
So sweet.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you're gonna mention her. So cheesy, but the number one thing is health, because without health, like, I don't know, as you get older, you realize that, and my parents always tell me that, but it's so true. Like, if you have, I don't know how much money you have in the world, if you're sick, if there's something wrong, money can really buy everything. For me, it's health is the number one. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. I mean, I feel like everything hurts, but you know what I mean. My kids, they motivate me, really, my two boys, to be a better version of myself, so I can be the best mom that I can be to them. It's just something, like, when you're a parent, it's just another level of, responsibility. And so my kids, my family, and like he said, Florida, I'm so grateful that I'm in Florida, because the older I get, the more I love living here. I've been here 9 years, and I love it here. It's such a great place to be at, great opportunities, the people that I met that became like family over the years. So yeah, that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving,
you
yeah.
for watching. Please follow, subscribe, share, and follow everybody on Instagram. Thank you. Thanks, Jose,
you so much,
for always taking your time. Thank you, JJ, for
Thank you
coming
too.
here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.